Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to give you a very quick walkthrough of Lookup and Vlookup. So if you remember, Vlookup is basically both the Vlookup and Lookup is that you're looking for a value on a huge data table, and you would like to have corresponding values from other columns returned to you. Alright, so one of the things that you need to remember in both the functions of Vlookup and Lookup is that the value you're looking for must actually be on the leftmost column. So for example, in this scenario, we're looking for an agent, and we would like the price and customer name to be returned. So we've got like the data arranged in a manner that all the agents are on the left column here, and we need to look for the price and customers. So all that is actually on the adjacent columns right here. So I'm going to get started. So for this simple example, I'm going to make it a little bit dynamic by actually adding a data validation list over here. So I need to select an agent, so I'm going to give you a flexibility of choosing the name of agent from a list. So how do we do that? Let's just go to data, and we're going to go and select data validation. In here it's asking you that what value would you like to allow. We would like a list of values to pop up, and these are the values on the list to be showing up. Let's do OK, and here we go, we've got the list. Alright, so let's just randomly choose an agent over here. Okay, so agent D. Now I'm going to start off first with Vlookup, and then we'll move to the next example of Lookup. So Vlookup is basically when you put the Vlookup so tab, so the syntax of the formula is going to ask you first of all, what is the lookup value. So I've actually got my lookup value over here on this cell, so I'm just going to click over there. Why? Then it's asking you that what's the table array. Now in this case, I'm actually going to choose my entire table. So the table array should not be broken. It should be one continuous table that you're actually asking Excel to look from, right? So let's click here, Shift, Control, right, and downward. I've got my table. Now let me just press S4 and make it constant, so it becomes absolute. Alright, you can see that by all of these dollar signs which are appearing, so this is going to remain intact. Alright, next it's asking me what's the column number where I want the number, or where I want the value to come from, right? So price is actually in column 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write 4 here, and it's asking me, do I need an approximate match or an exact match? So either you could write true or false over here. I need an exact match. I can write false over here, or I can write 0. So true in Excel is 1, false is 0. So I'm going to write 0 over here. You could write false as well, it doesn't really matter. And there we go. We've put the agent D, and you can see the price is actually 39. Alright, now here, okay, let me also make this absolute, because I'm just going to show you. Now once you actually have a VLOOKUP, you could actually do a copy and paste. Whoops. Okay, so you can actually do a quick copy and paste to the other place, and here. Okay, because see, now that's the reason why you actually want the things to be absolute, so that when you are pasting the formula elsewhere, the values, the lookup value and the table array, it all remains constant. Now you see here, I didn't actually make it constant, so this is going to be F4, and it makes it constant. You can see here the table didn't actually move. It was just the other one which actually moved, right? So anyways, let's just do copy and paste, and here the customer is actually in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th column, so I'm going to write 5 over here. So there you have it. Agent D has a price of 39, and the customer is customer D. Let's just choose anything else, so you can see it's updating and it's giving you a dynamic result as well. Other way is, if you don't want to do a copy and paste, let's just do another one more time. We look tab, lookup value is here, which is J4. My table is Shift, Control, right, downward. That's my table. and my column is in column 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this time let me use false because I need an exact match, but let me just show you that 0 and false are the same things. There you go. Alright, so I hope that this clear ups your VLOOKUP concept. You could also use like it's not necessary that you just use VLOOKUP in this manner. Let's say you want to use VLOOKUP in a formula, you could actually do that as well. So assume that you don't actually have this column, you don't have price, all you have is you have the name of the agent, quantity and revenue, and you have the name of customer, right? Just imagine that, okay, this column isn't there. So we know that price is actually revenue divided by quantity, yeah? So we know that this is actually revenue divided by quantity. So I could actually use VLOOKUP in formula over here and come up with the price as well. So let's just say, so the formula for revenue is going to be same way, VLOOKUP tab, lookup value is here. I'm going to make it constant by pressing F4. My lookup array, this time I'm just going to choose till here, alright, and shift control downward, and let's just press F4 to make it absolute, and revenue is in column 1, 2, 3, and 0 for an exact match, divided by, now I have this formula, I could use the same one, copy and paste, see, everything remains stable because I have actually made this all absolute, and quantity is actually in column 1 and 2, enter, there you have it. 87.5, well, yeah, well, it's just like round up. So if I remove, yeah, so there you go. So you get the price as well. See, it's all dynamic. So you can use VLOOKUP on its own, or you could also use it on the function. Now let me show you a quick example of how to do a HLOOKUP. So let me just take the first 5. Okay, so let's assume that we have the same table, but it's actually in a horizontal manner. Alright, so I'm going to come here, paste special, and transpose it transport it. Okay, so now I've got my table in this manner where I've got the sales agents, quantity, so I've got my columns, actually I've got them in row format. So HLOOKUP looks at it when you have the table headings in rows, and VLOOKUP is when you have the table headings in columns. That's like another way of differentiating as well. Okay, so let me just do a very quick copy. Actually, let me just do this. Control C, Control V. Now, the same way, if I want to have the name of the agents, I could actually do the same data validation, but here I'm just going to show you that even if you do have values horizontally, you could still do it. So again, data validation, a list, and source is, these are the names of my agents. That's the list. Do OK, and there you go. Let's choose agent C and make it a little bit beautiful as well. Okay, so I'm looking for price and I'm looking for customer. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. Alright, this time it's going to be HLOOKUP. Whoops, HL tab. My lookup value is here. Okay, so I'm going to say that's my lookup value. My lookup table in this case is going to be starting from here. So shift control downward and across. Comma, my row, so price is actually in row 1, 2, 3, 4. So my row is 4, and my lookup result, I want it to be an exact match. So again, I'm going to write either 0 or false. It's the same thing. And enter. So I get agency, price is 50. There you go. Again, for the customer, I'm going to do the same thing. HLOOKUP. This is my value. This is my table. So shift control downward and across. Comma. My customer is actually in row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to say row 5. And 0, or let's say false. for exact match. And there you have it. Let me just expand a bit so you can see. So agent C is, price is 50 and customer is C. Let's just check it again. D is 39 and customer name is D. So I hope this is going to be useful for you to have very quick introduction to H and VLOOKUP.
Well guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share with your family and friends. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, until next time, much love. God bless. Bye.